Hey, what's up, guys? Anthony here for Rev3 Games at E3 at the 2K booth. I just saw a new demo of XCOM Enemy Unknown. I got Jake Solomon with me. He's the lead designer on the game. Jake, when I saw you at PAX East, we saw kind of a basic layout of what an initial mission may look like.
Right.
This gameplay was from much further along in the game, and we saw a lot of new stuff. First of all, tell me about the new enemies that we saw.
Yeah, so we showed you a couple new enemies, and the one we're most excited about, and I think that any fans of the original would be excited about, is the Chrysalid. You know, one of the most feared enemies in the history of video games, because when you fight the Chrysalid, you know, you don't die. It's a fate worse than death itself. Is that dramatic enough?
Yeah, I mean, these enemies, when you see them coming at you at the map, like basically if they're close to you, you're gone.
Yeah,
it's
if
basically
you can
like
see
a
them,
one-hit
you're
kill.
dead. Yeah, if you can see them, you're dead. That's the way it works.
When they kill you, you come back, your soldiers come back zombified.
Yes.
For a few turns.
Right, because there weren't enough zombies in games. You know, we thought, like, you know what we don't do in games?
I was really hoping to see some more zombie work.
Right. Zombies, right.
No, but there is another twist that comes after that.
Right, so after they come back zombified, and then they'll be on the battlefield for a turn or two, and you really want to take them out when they're in the zombie form, because if you don't, then they're going to fall down, and out of that zombified flesh will hatch a whole new Chrysalid.
It looks super nasty when it happens.
Yeah,
too.
it's that got our M rating right there. That was our M rating, was that scene.
So we fought against the Chrysalid with two different squads. The first was a beta squad, which was a squad of rookies.
Right.
And then we saw our favorite squad come back, leveled up, and we saw some new abilities and new equipment for them.
Right. Yeah, so we showed what would happen if rookies met Chrysalids, which is zombies. And then if you bring in a more late game squad, we showed off the new Archangel armor, which is a jetpack, which again is from the original game, but it's much enhanced for this version. We showed off the stealth suit, which is the ghost armor, which allows your guys to completely cloak themselves from sight. And then we introduced a new class of soldier, the psionic class.
Yeah. Who looked like Sid Meier in this demo.
It was Sid.
It was hilarious.
Who? I mean, because if your mind is your weapon, like who's got a bigger brain than Sid? So
he can think for thousands of years at a time.
Right. Exactly. It's a special gift. So yeah, so the psionic class can use their mind as a weapon, and they can do different things: mind control. They can panic enemies. They can do even more dastardly stuff. Can I say dastardly?
Absolutely. I don't think there was ever an era in time where dastardly was a curse. So
Does anybody say dastardly anymore? I don't know why I said that.
So we see different kinds of soldiers, different kinds of enemies, and this was a terror type mission. Tell me a little bit about the different kinds of missions, because people are wondering what kinds of different missions are in the game.
Right. We have a lot of different mission types, and so we've shown like abductions. The terror mission, there are going to be civilians on the map that you're trying to rescue, and that has a direct impact on how the country views XCOM after the mission is complete. We've got all kinds of different missions like VIP missions, and missions where you escort, and I know, escort, everybody hears that word, and they sort of...
You've said escorts and zombies in this interview.
I know. Guess what?
I'm surprised,
we're redefining games.
Hasn't come out and like, you know...
Redefining video games. But our escorts are different. You take control of this VIP that you're moving around the map, and they're more vulnerable, and the aliens are targeting them. So so it's not the sort of thing where you have to rely on the AI to follow your guys, and he runs into a wall and dies. Yeah.
Very cool. So about how many different mission types are we going to see?
Oh, that's a good question. My math isn't very good. More than 2 and less than 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take that. And then the big question that we've been getting from a lot of our viewers is, what are the differences in control between a controller and a mouse and keyboard?
Yes, a good question. It's important for us because we're not an action game, because it's not a shooter setup. You cannot port something like XCOM. And so what you get is that, you know, as opposed to steering the cursor with the gamepad, with PC you're going to click on points of interest. You're going to say, oh, that's an enemy I want to shoot. I want to take control of that soldier. So we're changing a lot of things. We're actually laying down a grid when you play on PC, and so we sort of allow the user to see the world in a more... The game's all free form, but on PC you actually need the grid to sort of say, I want to move here, I want to move there. We're actually using a different cursor, the zoom level, the camera field of view, everything is completely different through PC.
So it's all customized per platform.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Very cool, and we're seeing this on PC, 360, PS3.
That's right.
And this is when?
October 9th.
October 9th.
Yes, that is soon.
So soon, man. Are you stoked?
Oh my God. Yes. I am stoked.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for talking to me again,
All right.
Jake. Always fun to see you.
Always good to see you.
We got more from E3 all week. Be sure you subscribe here at Rev3 Games.